I thought it would be fun to make a video about the hardest games I've ever played. So, without further ado, here's my top 5 hardest games that I've ever played. Number 5 goes to Dark Souls 3. One of my favorite games ever, and it is very difficult to play. However, it's not the most difficult game I've ever had to play, nor was it the most challenging. Regardless, though, it's still one of my favorite games. Sure, there was times where I wanted to commit suicide by eating 5 pounds of Taco Bell food and just shitting myself to death because of this game, but at the end of the day, I was able to beat it, and it was definitely one of the most rewarding and fun games that I've ever played. Number 4 will have to be Doom Eternal. Now, this is a fantastic video game and one of my favorite first-person shooters. Now, the base game itself isn't too bad, because obviously there's difficulty modes and everything, but the DLCs for this game was beyond frustrating. I mean, you could go into easy mode. You would still be getting spanked like the wicked stepchild that you were, you know? It sucked at some points, and where you just were contemplating, like, why am I playing this game? Why do I hate myself this much? Obviously, you hate yourself enough, though, because you keep on going. But at the end of the day, it was still one of the hardest games I've ever had to play. Number 3 is going to have to be Bloodborne, because, you know, you're a hunter, you're fighting monsters in this, like, steampunk era, and it's really cool. However, there are certain levels or certain areas that are so freaking hard. I will give you an example. For instance, when you are fighting those 3 hunters in that certain area, and everybody that's played it knows exactly what I'm talking about. That crap was hard, okay? I felt like I did something wrong in my life to be able to freaking enjoy this kind of things. Am I into BDSM? Am I into masochism? Is that what it's called? Masochism? But regardless. Number 2, the game of dating. Because I can't get a girlfriend and I'm so lonely. Psych, it's Sekiro. You see, Sekiro's the kind of game where you sell your soul to beat the first boss. And after that, you realize that you have nothing else to sell to the devil. So you have to think of other things, like your mother's soul, and maybe your friends. But let me tell you something, it's a great bargain. Number 1, the most difficult game ever, is Fortnite. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. You thought I was going to say Fortnite? I'm not a fucking virgin. I'm an incel. It's different. On a real note, though, the hardest game I've ever had to play was probably Dark Souls. Again, one of my favorite games ever, and everybody has their own opinions, and they could probably disagree with me that Dark Souls is the hardest game, but to me, it was quite difficult just because of how clunky the game was at the time compared to Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, because although those games are hard, I think the graphics and game mechanics are a lot smoother. But nevertheless, I think that if the gameplay and mechanics were the same as they were for Dark Souls, it would still be harder than the other two. It's a great game, and anybody who really beats it deserves the bragging rights that they have. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I don't really give a f***. And make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.